Well, just last week, Valley veterans were on the trip of a lifetime. The Central Valley Honor Flight took off from Fresno to Washington, D.C. Tuesday, returning Thursday. And today we are so lucky to have one of the 68 veterans who was on that flight. Please help us welcome Frank Black, a Vietnam veteran who served in the Army. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Good to be here.
We're so happy to have you here. Thank you so much for making the trip to Fresno. How was your experience in the Army? What was your career like?
Okay, well, I was in the Medical Service Corps. I was in for 20 years.
Wow.
I was in Vietnam from 69 to 70. I was the executive officer of a 400-bed combat hospital.
Wow.
And we ran about 95% full the entire 365 days. So we saw a lot of wounded and death in our hospital. Wow. Traumatic. But we did a good job, and we saved a lot of people, too. So
absolutely. It's just
we were
incredible.
in an area called Long Binh, which was in Second Corps, which is right in the middle of the Vietnam, where we were.
Wow. Well, the trip that you got to take, how was that going to Washington, D.C. and seeing
This was incredible, sort of ironical, because I was born in Washington, D.C.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, really. And so I went back home,
Oh,
but
so
I
cool.
don't remember it. But no, it was one of the most fascinating experiences of my life. It really was. To be with the almost 70 guys that have been there, done the same thing I had done, was really an experience. It was. And the staff that supported us were incredible. I've ran that 400-bed hospital in Vietnam. I've been the executive officer, the administrator of large hospitals in the United States, and I've never run into a more smooth, professional, dedicated staff as the people that take these guys on these trips. Couldn't be in better hands. And I would encourage every person that has that opportunity to jump at the chance.
Well, what was the main thing you were looking forward to this trip? Was there a certain monument or anything that you got to see?
Well, I wanted to see the wall, of course. That was probably one of the most traumatic things, because there I got to go to the wall, the part of the wall that was the 69 and 70 killed in action people. So I was able to review some of the names of the many people that probably passed through my hospital. And so, yeah, that was a moving experience. And then something that helped me more than anything, because I'd had about 50 years of some suppressed problems and hurts and feelings that I'd harbored for that many years. And when I was able to walk down the corridors at Baltimore, but especially here in Fresno, and all the people put out and gave their thanks and all, it almost killed me right there to experience that, because I had built such a wall against most groups that I would be involved in, just unconsciously.
Yeah.
And except my family, of course. I'm always close to my family, but that's something I hope has broken through for me, that it opened those closed doors or desires or horrors that I experienced, and especially when you were spit on and thrown at, and things like that. So, and especially 22-year-old guys coming back that had been in the war, for 12 months and then come back, and we just couldn't understand that why we were being treated like that, because we were, protecting America.
I know.
And yet we came back to this terrible, terrible problems that was at home at that time,
Well, how much did this mean to you? The trip, the homecoming, you said, it was completely different than the last time.
Oh, yeah.
What did this all mean to you?
Well, as I said, it just opened up a whole view of the world for me. Rekindled what I knew as a young man before I went to war, So that was, I think, the main thing there.
And how did you get involved into this trip? Did someone nominate you, or did you go on?
Yeah, one of my granddaughters found out about it and reminded me. I had seen other places where I lived, a little bit about, but not much. But she found out about it and insisted that I put application in for it. So I did that, and lo and behold, I was picked up. And we went.
Oh, what a good granddaughter. That's awesome.
She is, yeah. I tell everybody she's the best, but I got several more that also are the best. But I don't tell anybody.
Oh, no, I won't say a word.
Between you and I.
Well, why did you get involved with the Army? Why did you decide to join?
Well, back then it was almost draft time for me. I was almost drafted, and my dad says, "Well, why don't you go in? That way you can get a choice of what you want." I had an undergraduate degree in psychology, so I said, "Well, if I go in that, maybe I can get into the medical place," and that's what they put me in there. I was an enlisted man for 1 year, and then I got a direct commission, and then they sent me off to officer school, and I went from there.
Wow, that's just incredible to work from the enlisted point and then get all the way up to.
Well, yeah, that gave me an advantage, I think, because I had been on both sides of the fence, so I could appreciate what the real guys do the work, which are the enlisted people.
Absolutely. It makes you an amazing leader in that case.
Well, I don't know.
Well, after the Army, you worked on a few hospitals here in the Central Valley, right?
Yeah.
Where have you worked?
Well, I was in Monterey, I was in Solvang, I was at St. Joseph's and Oxnard, to name a few there,
Well,
in the state, anyway.
What are you up to now? Now that you have a little more family time, free time?
Now I just absolutely bug my wife to death. That's about the best thing I can do right now.
I love that.
And I'm looking for something that I would feel comfortable in contributing in some way. And we just moved here about a year ago, so I'm still getting my roots in this community, you know. So I'll be looking for something to get involved in, hopefully.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for coming, and thank you even more for everything you've done for our country and your service.
Thank you.
Thank you. And there's still some flights going on, too. It'll be, I think, in April, if anyone wants to go.
Yeah.
What advice would you give anyone who's planning to go to this?
Please, as I say, you cannot work with a better organized group of people that will take you, will look after you. You will not have to do a thing but enjoy life. And it is an incredible experience. Awesome. And I so admire the people that do that, and they do it voluntarily. And that not a bit of pay goes to them at all. It's all for the expense of the vets.
Absolutely. It's absolutely amazing. Thank you so much once again for joining us.
Thank you.